Welcome back to Critico's Corner, unfiltered commentary, not your truth, the real truth. And as always, thank you for your support. Hi folks, welcome back. CNN op-ed blames decades of racism for San Francisco school board recall. One school board member who was recalled blamed white supremacy for election loss. It's all right. It's those evil white supremacists in San Francisco. What are you, stupid? White supremacists in San Francisco. Yeah, okay. The largest city in the United States that's that much progressive and woke. Let's read on more of this stupidity. Asian parents in the deep blue city of San Francisco voted overwhelmingly to recall 3 progressive school board members. Now, they're talking about Asian Indians mostly. Even though it is on the West Coast, I'm sure there's other Asians, but they're talking about Asian Indians who now aren't non-white anymore. They're white or white adjacent. Overwhelmingly recall 3 progressive school board members Tuesday for prioritizing woke politics over education. Well, they consider that education. Their successful effort drew national media attention and was supported by the black Democrat mayor of the city. But the author of a CNN opinion piece is instead blaming right-wing racism for the parents' victory. Yeah, the op-ed published Tuesday by Columbia research scholar, there we go, warned the recall sent a dangerous message. The white supremacists are coming. In her lengthy 18-paragraph piece, well, of course, they have to ramble on because they really have no point. The academic attempted to connect backlash to school desegregation in the 1960s South to Asian parents, non-white, upset about radical progressive curriculum. Yeah, okay. Let's read on. This rhetoric of parents' rights is not new to the 2020s. Conservatives in Colorado in the 1990s even sought to pass a parents' right amendment to direct the control, upbringing, education, values, and discipline of their children. My God, parents wanting to bring up their children, have a say in their education, values, and discipline? Can't have that. Don't you remember? We hate the nuclear family. We don't like 2-parent households. We will be the parent. We don't have any children because we have your children. Yet it is now being reworked to funnel all the discontents of the era into a set of right-wing school politics at the heart of the GOP strategy for the coming midterm election. These people are tone deaf, completely tone deaf. They want to take this country and do this with it. Yeah, that's exactly what they want to do. Non-white Asian Indian parents are now part of the GOP strategy for the upcoming midterm elections to push white supremacy. That's like the old Klan guys, especially in the 1920s when they became really, really powerful, to go to black people and try to recruit membership. You have to be absolutely stupid. Absolutely stupid. Let's read on. The right successfully framed school politics as concerned parents having their rights infringed by politicians, bureaucrats, and judges. They were. This was the case with desegregation and busing, with black parents consistently pressing for equal access to local schools and better education. That's another lie. I'm 65 years old. I remember when forced busing was put in. I've seen all the polls. The vast majority of white people didn't want it. And also the vast majority of black people didn't want forced integration by busing. They both didn't like it. So, yeah, I guess it's the poor parents. They're just evil. The notion this was a parent-led and specifically mother-led movement was the key to the political appeal opponents of segregation were making. Yeah, it's the mama bears looking out for their kids, you frickin' morons. After equating San Francisco liberals to school segregationists from the decades past, and then the EBonics Panic of the 1990s. All of us that are older remember that. We sound words out. It has nothing to do with spelling. And then half of them couldn't read and write when they got done, but that was just more white supremacists Hemmer claimed that the San Francisco election was spurred by right-wing racists in San Francisco. Now, to give you an idea, these morons, that the three of them that got recalled from the school board, all of them lost. It wasn't like 52% to 48%. It was a narrow thing, and they barely lost. They got 70% plus against them. In San Francisco, you get those huge numbers. That means you suck, and we don't want you. White supremacists, they got 70% plus against them. That's a 40-plus swing. That never happens. I don't think Donald Trump got 40 points more in West Virginia. If not, it was close. It's very rare you get that much of a flip-flop. The EBonics Panic was just one of many instances where conservatives and moderates found common ground as the right spun moral panics into backlash politics, fostering a sense that something was wrong with schools. There is. And anyone concerned about education quality and their children's well-being should be wary of public schools and progressive politics. Yeah, absolutely. The public school system is just a preliminary to college. We don't have any children, but we have yours. Indoctrination. It's an old Marxist tactic. In places like Loudoun County and San Francisco, conservative activists are attempting to do the same today, refashioning a suite of school discontents into a wave of Republican victories. Oh, really? San Francisco, by the way, is the district of Nancy Pelosi. Now listen to this stat on the bottom here. But according to San Francisco's Department of Elections, only 6.7% of voters are registered Republicans. Yeah. So that's damn near a 95-point difference. 40 points is considered incredibly rare. This one's over double that. So with only 6.7% of voters in San Francisco that are Republicans, this is a Republican tactic and has a tie-in with white supremacy. Absolutely unbelievable. Well, in a way, though, I'm kind of encouraged. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. That means these people are absolutely clueless. They're so self-unaware. They live in such a bubble. How can we be voted out and recalled by 50-plus points? Something else must be wrong because we're not. It must be whoever's working behind the scenes against us are white supremacists and evil, because we're the progressives and we know best. How dare these parents and these voters go against us? Arrogance and stupidity is a really, really bad mix. And so in a way, I'm encouraged because they're being driven out slowly, but they're not going to go away. We have to be constantly vigilant. If progressive school board members are being thrown out in San Francisco by huge margins, 50 points or more, maybe, just maybe, it isn't too late. God willing, we'll see. Until the next time, goodbye and good luck.